Hello angels, I hope that you're all happy and healthy and that you're doing well, but just know that if today's a bad day, there are better ones coming, so keep your chin up and just focus on the things that you love and enjoy. But I do think that today's story will bring a smile to your face, because it's a pretty funny story that I've got today from my Story Speed Build Sunday series, which the video is today. If you don't know, if you're new here, hello, welcome, hi, I'm Ribbity, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, feel free to check out my other ones. But yes, today is a very last minute story that I've got. It wasn't the one I'd planned on talking to you about today, but it happened last night and it was just too weird and funny not to talk about today. But before we get into the story, I want to talk about the build just a little bit and introduce it to you guys. So, you may notice, if you've seen any of my other builds on my channel, that this one is a little bit different. Today I decided to do an apartment build, but not only that, I also decided to use CC, which before I had my channel I would use CC all the time. And then when I started my channel I thought, I'll stick without using CC because I'm uploading my builds to the gallery for you guys. And I just thought it would make your life a little bit easier if I did that. And also it's refreshing. I find it really refreshing to build without CC. But I have missed it recently, so I thought I would start seeing about bringing it back into my channel. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. I feel like I get to express myself a lot more when I use CC because of the options that are available. So do let me know if you are interested in seeing me do more CC builds on my channel. I would like to be able to do a nice mix and match of CC and vanilla, so let me know if you're happy to see a few more builds popping up on my channel with CC. If not, don't worry, do let me know that you would rather I stick to CC. Honestly, no opinion is wrong, just let me know because I want to see what you guys want from my channel so that I can try and include you in it. So do let me know in the comments below what you think about that, please. But yes, this build, I love the way this apartment turned out so much. It's quite a bold colour scheme, but it's one of my favourites. I love navy blue and these gorgeous earthy tones and the gold accents. I think they go absolutely beautifully together and they create such a luxurious, rich, warm atmosphere. And I think it's so beautiful. This is definitely something that I've always wanted in my house. Like, I've always wanted to have an open plan living kitchen diner that's nice and bright and airy, but I want to have like a separate little snug area, like a little room, a living room for in the evenings that has this blue and gold and earthy tones, because I just love it. It makes me feel so warm. It's definitely somewhere I could just see my Sims, like in the winter time they're snuggled up by the fire, or it's got that nice atmosphere that I can imagine it at night being the perfect place to have a party, especially with that little bar. I actually really like how that turned out. But it is Story Speed Build Sunday, so I think we should get onto the story. So, cut to last night around 1 AM. I was tossing and turning, I couldn't get to sleep, it was just one of those nights, And I had finally got to a point where I felt really settled, and when you can just feel yourself drifting off to sleep. So I was like, oh, yes, it's happening. And then I heard my mum come running up the stairs saying to my dad, who was in the room next door in their bedroom, "Did you see them?" she said. And my dad, I heard him get up and he kind of mumbled something, and it kind of sounded like he was giggling a little bit. And then they started to go downstairs and Mum said, "I don't think there's a farmer with them." So at this point I was like, what is going on? But I was so settled. I was like, no, I'm so tired, I just want to go to sleep. And if I open my eyes, that way if you open your eyes, that's it, you're awake. So I was like, no, just stay asleep, it'll be okay. And then I could hear them shuffling about downstairs and blabbering away about something. I was like, something's going on, like I really want to know what it is. So I got up and I went through to my mum and dad's bedroom. But I went to go through to look out the window, basically, at the street, because it faces the front of the house. But before I could get to the window, I just stepped in the bedroom and I heard this really, really loud moo from a cow. It was really close. And then when I got to the window, I saw these two cows just tottering up the road. I know I live in a village in the countryside, but we don't just have cows bobbing about the streets at 1 a.m. Like, that's not normal. But anyway, so I ran downstairs to see my mum and my dad in the porch, which is at the front of the house. You could see straight onto the road. And they'd said that a whole herd of cows went running up the road. So I went outside to go see, and when I looked up the road, yeah, I could see like, it must have been at least 20 cows at the top of the road. At least, like a massive herd of them. And there was a couple of cows just a little bit further down, which were the cows that I saw walking up the road. And then those two cows both did really loud moos, and then all the cows at the top of the road turned around and absolutely bombed it down the street towards us, like all together, all at once. So there was us, pelting it back inside into safety, because all these cows were running down the road towards us. And we were in the porch and we watched them as they ran past. And it was so loud, like, not only their mooing was really loud, but also the clamouring of their feet on the ground. It was thunderous. But yeah, they ran all the way past, and the whole time we were so scared they were going to bang into the car that was on the road. Like, oh yeah, my dad was so worried. But yeah, when they passed, I went back out onto the road, and you could see them running down the hill and carrying on. They just ran all the way down the road, and then eventually they disappeared. We couldn't see them, but you could still hear them for like a solid 5 minutes afterwards. They were so loud. And then the next day when we were out, like, we were walking the dogs the next morning, you could see all the mess they'd left all the way down the back road. Oh, it's just so weird to think, like, in the middle of the night there was just a heap of cows running about the village. What? Why? It's so weird. And there was us standing out in the street at 1 a.m, bare feet in our dressing gowns. Like, what a weird, like, thing to happen. It was so random. So I had to tell you guys. There we go. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it made you giggle a little bit, because I'm laughing about it for sure. And I'm going to keep talking about the story. So there you have it. That is my story for this episode. I hope you found it funny. I would say I guess that's what happens here, but it's not. So there we go. Anyway, let's talk about the build a little bit again. Just because this whole wardrobe bit, this ends up being a big walk-in wardrobe, by the way. And I have never built a walk-in wardrobe space in any of my builds. I don't know why I haven't. I've built like fancy houses, but they've always just had like a little like chest of drawers or a little cupboard or something in them. So I had a lot of fun playing around with this walk-in wardrobe. I think it's pretty funky actually. I quite like it. And I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I'm really guilty of watching like videos on YouTube of like fancy like home tours and stuff, or like homes that are for sale. They're virtual tour videos, and I always find the walk-in wardrobes are like my favourite part of the house. Not because I'm obsessed with clothes or anything like that, it's literally because usually they have a seat in them, and I just imagine being able to snuggle up in there, sit and read. I don't know why, but for some reason it just seems like the nicest place to curl up with a book. And I don't know why that is. Like, I think that about every single walk-in wardrobe I see. It's really strange, but I feel like it with this one. I could just perch on that seat and have a little read of my book, and it'd be nice and cozy and quiet. So there you go. I don't know if that's just me, but that is something that I felt all the time. And all these paintings that I've found, I went CC shopping just before filming this, because a lot of the CC I had was from like a good 6 months ago, say, from when I've been shopping before, and I hadn't been shopping in ages. So I was like, I need some new paintings, I'm gonna go have a little look. And so many of them are so gorgeous, like all those canvas paintings. Oh, I love them. I really wish I had all of them in my house. They really brought the whole scheme together. I really, really like them. I think they're so beautiful, and the colours work so well, tying all the colours in. Now, I don't know if you would use the second bedroom for anyone. I kind of imagine it as just a spare bedroom, but then because in The Sims you can't really have people come like visit for a couple of days, or like the stay the night thing doesn't work quite like having a spare bedroom and them sleeping in there. I mean, sometimes it does, but you know what I mean. I feel like I don't know what use a spare bedroom would be, so maybe it's like the child, a teen child or something like that, of whoever lives here, or maybe there's... I'm not sure what we'd use it for. I would like to know who you think would live in an apartment like this. I think it'd be quite interesting because I feel like it's someone who likes to party, but I also feel like it could easily be like a working professional or an art collector since there's lots of art around. I don't know, there's lots of options. Let me know who you think would live here. But I will leave you here anyway. I really hope you like the build. I hope you enjoyed my story, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!